In this video, we ask the Senior Activations Manager, does she ever feel like an imposter? Might she suffer from imposter syndrome?
Growing up and prior, like say high school and then prior to entering your career, would you say you're a confident individual?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Are you confident now? In the role you had?
In the role I had, I was not as confident, to be honest with you.
Would you say that you had imposter syndrome?
I was just going to say that. That's exactly what I was going to say.
I kind of think everybody, no matter what the role is, you kind of feel like you're faking it. Like everything I've done, I'm winging it. I'm trying to learn as I go, but I believe I have answers that are right for me. I don't know if they're right for you or anybody else, but you're just trying to connect dots that are moving all the time.
Absolutely.
Same in your field?
I'm going to be completely transparent, and I have not been transparent about this to anyone else. So
we got the scoop.
So this is it. So I work for TSN, the sports network. I did that for 16 years. I never liked sports. I did not grow up with sports. My dad was into soccer and all that. My two brothers were into nothing. I think my one brother played hockey, street hockey, and then one day just got so upset and just broke his stick, and he never returned. Like, these are my brothers, okay? Passions elsewhere. So I didn't grow up with sports at all, but yet I landed this job, which was a dream job for everyone else. For me, it was just a job. And I always felt that I needed to love sports to be good at my job. This was something I carried with me for so many years.
Uh-huh.
And that was never the case.
Right.
Because I knew the job and I did well at the job. Like management, organization, all of that is like, that's my forte. But yet in the back of my head, this is what I kept telling. And that's why you have to be very careful with what the narrative is and how you speak to yourself, because that lives within here, but eventually lives within your subconscious, and that carries through with you. And it did all the way through my 16 years. It got to a point where I actually really believed that because everyone around me loved sports and was so passionate. They would come in the morning, and I'm like, what's wrong with me? And I really tried to watch, and I tried to pretend. And then one day I said, I can't pretend. That's not me. I'm a straight shooter. So that was my thing. Do you love sports? You're so lucky. I hate sports, was my response. How are you in that role? Like, I'll never forget, I worked with Bobby Orr, and I remember doing this national campaign with him, and everyone said, Bobby Orr's arrived. We're going to go do our shoot with him. I was like, okay. And they're like, no, Bobby Orr arrived.
No, you don't understand. Bobby Orr.
I'm like, isn't that the guy who flew through the air to catch a puck? And they're like, really, Mel? But the benefit was because I had that attitude, it made me that much better in that role. Right?
You didn't care who was coming through the doors.
No, it was, we need to get the job done. Hey, Bobby, nice to meet you. Yeah, okay, so what are we doing next? Right?
So get off his ass.
Right? So I think that was a strength, but yet I carried that through for my entire career, thinking, I should be loving this. I should be loving. And I guess to a certain extent, you should be loving.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But you don't need to.
You can love that part of the job. You don't have to love, let's say in your case, I wouldn't think that you have to love sports, but you have to appreciate what sports is bringing to you in terms of an opportunity.
Which I did.
Right?
Which I did. But you need to change within yourself that narrative that creates that imposter syndrome, because it can be detrimental.
Because you're senior manager, so you have to have all the answers, don't you?
Exactly.
And did you? All of the answers.
I didn't have all the answers, but I knew who to go to.
Right.
If you'd like to see more of this interview, and I mean, we're talking like 48 minutes worth of interview, consider becoming a Patreon or a channel member. Links are in the description. Ready for more video? Click here, and I will see you there after I get my coffee.